God's sake, what the... Ah, there we go. It's now working. I don't know what I did, but it worked. Okay, so, now, we're in. Let's jump into this. It looks like SuperStarS won map number 1. It looked like they won the knife round. They've won the first... Okay, what happened? Because this is 1-to-1. This should not be 1-to-1. Oh, it had a password. Why did it have a password? But either way, we've managed to get in. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to touch anything. This is going to be a 3 versus 4 situation at the moment. And it is an eco for M-Faculty. So it looks like M-Faculty won the first pistol round, but then lost the eco round after that. As we do see, Tabson picks up 1. Disrupt is here in the middle, waiting for the rotation. But it's going to be up to Tabson. He's got an SMG in hand. Going to throw a grenade. He's going to do a lot of damage to Flexor. As Disrupt is the one with the bomb. Is he going to be going A? Or, yeah, it looks like he's going to be following his teammate to B. As the positioning by SuperStarS, they're waiting for M-Faculty to try and go for that plan. But lovely headshot there onto Tabson, taking down Flexor. Now making it into a 2 versus 2. However, SuperStarS do have the weaponry advantage. But it isn't going to matter, it's now on a 1-on-1. We're going to switch over to Disruptor, as he's the one with the disadvantage at the moment. He's got that bomb. He has managed to pick up a weapon, I think. I'm not sure what weapon he has. Bomb has been planted. It's only got a P250. Oh, but he hits the second one. Lovely play there coming out from Disruptor. As it looks like SuperStarS and M-Faculty just won a... and 1 eco apiece. And so, this is an introduction to these two teams. Currently, both of them have lost against a superior opponent, so to say. They're both 1-on-1, and Faculty lost against TCM, while SuperStarS lost against Hawks. TCM beating Hawks in a later tournament. As we do see later game as Disruptor, they're just going to be rushing up through to A. Disruptor looking for a few more kills, picking up 1. He's going to get completely flashed out, but it's not going to matter, because, well, they have the weaponry advantage, and this time it's not going to be an eco win. Although Disruptor and Tabson are very low, if SuperStarS can pick up those kills. See the flashes are coming out. As SMN is going to pick up another one, as the auto director doesn't seem to like me. So we're going to be switching over to Aker. Aker trying to get away with that kill, but it's not going to work. As that is going to be 3-1 in favour of Faculty. As the Germans, after a little bit of weirdness in the first 4 rounds, they have managed to finally pick up a conversion. After winning the first pistol round, then losing the second eco, then winning the eco after that. Crazy, crazy stuff. But either way, we do have, on the German side, they're trying to rush up through to A. In fact, there's a very heavy A stack going on, as Lipton's going to hit a lovely headshot there, taking down Kirby. And I like that strategy. Spam grenades as Lipton, he's going to hit a second headshot, but it's not going to be enough, as Tabson's going to escape with 1 HP. We see Legia here, standing on middle, as it's now going to be a 4 versus 4. We see MPK with that new improved Deagle. Obviously, the Deagle no longer sucks, from what I understand. They've, increased the accuracy, so it's not like you're trying to hit the broadside of a barn. In the meantime, I see Flexor coming around. They might not be checking that area, but now they know he's there. But it is interesting to see that M-Faculty, they kind of went for an A push, but then they rotated it over to B. So we're following Uzi. As it looks like he's going to be rotating over to B, as M-Faculty, they've managed to get onto the bomb site quite simply. As MPK is going to pick up 1 kill, taking down Disruptor. MPK is going to take down Tabson, leaving it all down to SMN. He's in a 1 versus 2. He's going to get dinked though, leaving him on 39 HP. And I like this play coming out from SuperStarS. Never giving him only 1 target to aim at, jumping out at the same time and pressuring him enough to put him in a weird situation on this 1 HP. We see the grade's going to come out doing a little bit of damage to Uzi, but he's going to need to hit some perfect headshots here. No, he's not, as Aker's going to take him down with that P2000, I think that was. And so that is going to be 2-3, as yet another eco round is won. And really, this seems to be a game so far of eco rounds. So let's do the introduction of the players. So we have, on the SuperStarS side, currently just winning their last round and winning 2 eco rounds for all their points, we have NPK, Lipton, Uzi, Aker, and Flexor. However, M-Faculty, who we saw yesterday, beat Nostalgia in a very close best-of-3 series. As we're seeing Flexor, he's kind of doing a little bit of damage onto middle. As he's... not much is happening right now, but Flexor did get the worst of that. as it looks like in Faculty they're not really committing, and I don't like this kind of play on this map because we've seen that aggressive CT play can do so much damage to terrorists who don't make moves. As the smoke's going to come out, blocking off that middle window. As it looks like this time it's going to be a B push, so it's really going to be up to Aker and NPK. As we're now on 69 viewers. I see NPK is going to pick up a nice headshot there, looking for a second, but Aker's going to steal it away. Kirby's going to get returned, but not before Aker's going to pick up a second frag. Getting the third, it's all going to be up to Kirby. He's already got 3... Nope. He's done a 1 versus 4, he's going to have to ace this. He's not going to be able to, Flexor's going to take him down, and that is going to be all tied up at 3-3. And obviously the Germans, well, they've just lost their last frag, they're not economically in a good situation, but we have Kirby, Leisure, who was so good on the Open Dust 2 against Nostalgia, Tabson, SMN, and Disruptor. And those are our German players, so this is a good old classic France versus Germany. So it looks like it's just going to be a straight up B rush, so we're going to switch it over to MPK, who's going to be the first line of defense against this. The smokes are coming out, as he does a little bit of damage. He's going for it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can he pick up the last 2? No, he can't. Kirby's going to finally put him to rest, but he did the job he needed to, doing so much damage to the... As Kirby picks up a second. Flexor, though, is going to stop his raid of terror, but the bomb did go down. That was a pretty okay eco round coming out from the T's then. They got 2 kills, they put down the bomb. I see a little bit of weapon juggling going on there. But either way, this is going to be 4-3 in favour of the French side. As let's have a quick look at how the frags are going. And we do see that both sides, well, the frags are a little bit more equally dispersed on the German side, with MPK going 10 and 6 at the moment, being the highest fragger in the game. And Uzi, although having plenty of money, being only on 2 and 4. Having said that, this is going to be another buy round coming out from both sides, as it looks like it's again going to be another B push, as we see Lipton's going to pick up 1 through that smoke. Lovely kill there, as Aker is trying to defend. He's going to not pick up the first kill, but MPK is going to do enough damage to leave it all down to SMN. He's in a 1 versus 2, make that a 1. Well, he's in a 1 versus 2 now. He was in a 1 versus 4. Some lovely headshots coming out from the German player, SMN, who's been so good throughout all the games we've seen him in. As he doesn't have the bomb. The bomb is at the back of B. Or the back of balcony. As we see Uzi slowly, we're going to switch over to SMN. He's in a 1 versus 2 clutch. He needs to get an ace. Well, but if anyone can do it on this game, it is him. We've all seen how capable he is. He's going to make noise though, and maybe you can see him. He's going to get dinked down. He's going to be taken down by Lipton, and that was a pretty good try coming out from SMN, bringing back what was a complete disaster of a B push, and that is going to be 5-3 in favour of the French. As I'm told that Tabson and Leisure aren't German. I'm not sure what they are, but they're pretty good players either way. As we've already hit 87 viewers. I can't count or read. Which is going to make tomorrow's demo of my presentation interesting. At university. But either way, it's going to be another buy round. Obviously in Faculty, I think they've lost the last 3 in a row. So their money bonus is starting to build up. I only need to cast. Yes! I came here to cast, not to read. A nice little flash trade going out in the middle, with Aker being the one having to defend with that orb. As it's going to be a 1-for-1 trade, man, a 2-for-1 trade. As Tabson doing a lot of work for the Germans, leaving it all up to MPK and Aker in a 4 versus 2 situation. We're still following Tabson because he's in a good position right now. In fact, let's switch over to Aker. Aker, he's trying to do the damage from middle. As we see Disruptor might be able to take out Aker here. I'd like to see Aker just move back. Especially now. Surely he can't do it. He's going to pick up that kill. He's looking for a second. But surely he should be just trying to save his orb. Ben's going to pick up a second one. Can he really save this orb? Surely he can't. No, he can't. As Tabson's going to take him down through the wall. But that was pretty good orping coming out from Aker. That is going to be 5-4 in favour of the French side, but in faculty, they finally bring one back. And obviously, this is generally considered to be a very balanced map, although it is CT bias, as in it. I'd probably put it somewhere 9-6 in favour of the CT side. As we do see Aker, it is going to be another buy round as Kirby gets one-shotted by Aker, showing people you don't need to have an AWP to snipe in this game. As we see, Kirby has managed to push his way up through ramp as Lipton. We're going to switch back over to Kirby. Oh nope, SMN, he's getting into a good position. They might not know he's there. Yes, they do. Uzi is going to take him down, and Lipton's also going to take down Kirby, making it a very fast 3 versus 4. As Tabson, you can hear him, and Lipton gets completely taken out, playing a little bit too aggressive there. I like the aggressive CT play, but that was a little bit reckless. As it is going to be 3-on-3, looks like they want to go for an A-bomb site, but that's the most heavily defended area. In fact, the SuperStarS, they know where the T's are, and the positioning here, they're trying to cut off this area. Obviously, I'd like to see MPK maybe move back, just in case they decide to go to balcony like they are right now. And in fact, balcony is going to be B balcony is going to be completely clear. We do see that the CTs are trying to rotate over. That's going to be all up to MPK. With Flexor there with the AWP. He's going to pick up one, nailing Disruptor. And this is not looking good for the Germans, as Leisure's going to pick up one. Tabson on 14 HP. And there's only 8 seconds left. He really needs to hit that shot. And Tabson's going to pick up one, leaving it Flexor in a 1 versus 2, but all he needs to do is stop this bomb plant, and he will! Leaving the 2 AWPers alive. Making that 6-4 in favour of the French, as they add another round to their lead. Oh, English. It's not working for me today. Following Leisure, he's going to get the better of Flexor there, make it into a 5 versus 4. Aker's trying to cover his position, but this looks like it's going to be a straight-on A push. We'll all be up to Uzi, but Tabson's going to come up from behind. Tabson just using that pistol. And in fact, this looked like it was an eco coming out from M Faculty, so this is a pretty good eco so far, but Aker and Lipton are going to equal things out. As we've hit 100 viewers. Disruptor's gonna take down Lipton. Nice little spray there, leaving it into a 2 versus 3. But you do have to remember the armor and health advantage is in favour of the CTs, and the bomb isn't down yet. In fact, where is the bomb? Leisure has it. Gonna switch over to the orb. It looks like he's dropped it near T-spawn. And we see it looks like he wants to go for B. He wants to go aggressive on B, leaving it all up to MPK basically. Gonna switch over to him, as Leisure's gonna take down Aker. He's on a 1 versus 3. The bomb's going to go down, but he's going to stop it. Lovely kill there, but Leisure's going to take him down anyway. Nice little move there from MPK, but it's not going to be enough, and that is going to be 6-5. As in Faculty, they must be feeling pretty good about themselves. As in, the CTs, they had a huge advantage early on with a huge monetary bonus, but now everything is equaled out. On a map that's slightly CT biased, having things equal is always good when you're playing the terrorist side. So Leisure's from Serbia. I don't know any racist jokes about Serbia, so I'm afraid I'm at a loss there. As we do see, it's an eco round for the CTs, with Disruptor picking up 2 kills there. But there's actually been a pretty good aggression coming out from the CT side there. As we do see that two of the Superstar players have pistols in hand, as SMN's going to pick up one. We see Disruptor, he's got the bomb in hand, he's trying to rotate over. As, interestingly enough, we don't wasn't been broken down. SMN's going to nail Uzi down to the wall, as we see Lipton. He's in a 1 versus 2. Is he going to go for it? Well, it looks like he is. As he is going to take down one. Taking that SMN. Can he really do this 1 versus 2 clutch without any armor? He's got the health advantage, but again lacked armor, so in reality it's mostly equal. As Disruptor, he is going to get the better of him, taking down Lipton with a nice headshot, and that is going to be 6-6 in favour of nobody. Tabson is from Poland. So we have 1 Polish, so 3 Germans, 1 Poland, and 1 from Serbia. Honestly, all I know about Serbia is it's near Russia. And all I know about Poland is their football fans are a little bit aggressive. But either way, we do see the smokes coming off on middle. Not middle. On A ramp. He's making sure no funny stuff is happening. Spraying out randomly. As Lipton is going to take a little bit of damage. Where was Lipton? It looks like he took a little bit of damage from Kirby spraying there. As it looks like SMN has disconnected. Yes, it has. So interestingly enough, where is the pause? Whoops. As it is going to be now a 4 versus 5. Very unfortunately, but Kirby is going to equal things out. As SMN is going to come back. It's a little bit sad that SMN was, disconnected, but it is mostly equal right now. As it's going, looks like it's going to be a straight up A push with 40 seconds left on the clock. It's going to be all up to Aker and Uzi. We're going to switch over to Tabson, as he's the one who's going to be pushing out the balcony. He's going to take down the first kill. He's doing a spray through smoke, making sure no one's doing any funny business, but they haven't cleared underneath balcony. And now it's another 1-for-1 trade, but it is going in the favour of M Faculty. With the smokes coming out, I do like those smokes. Like I was describing on last cast, they're the smokes you need to throw if you're trying to plant an A. The Flex already going to jump onto boxes. The spray, it's kind of good enough, forcing Kirby back, but he's also going to take a lot of damage himself. But Serbia's nowhere near Russia. Am I thinking of a different place then? As we see Flexor, he's going to make it into a 2 versus 2. But again, the health advantage is still in the T's favour, as Laser's going to pick up 1, Tabson's going to pick up a second one, and Serbia is actually nowhere near Russia. Huh. All I know is I think it used to be part of the Soviet Union. So I assumed it was near Russia. To be fair, I don't know a lot about it, as in... all I know is Serbia is a country that exists near Europe. As it looks like there wasn't a pause because SMN came back just enough in time, and this is going to be 7-6, with in fact SuperStarS being forced into an eco. Serbia is on the balcony. Oh, okay, yeah, I know it is. As we see Flexor, he's going to bait out the AWP shot, but that's a very dangerous game to be playing against a very, very... for a very, very good Serbian AWPer. Because Leisure is Serbian. But either way, this is going to be 7-6. As the integrator is coming out, Tabson, if Aker's aim was a little bit better there, but Tabson's going to pick up 2 nice kills there. Uzi's going to pick up 1, but not before getting taken down, as that penultimate round, that eco round did not go the way of the SuperStarS. Although we have seen a lot of eco rounds go the way of the eco ears. Central Balkland. Someone's even got a picture here of probably where Serbia is. Oh yeah, yeah, that's sort of... okay, yeah, it is nowhere near Russia. So do you see Kirby? It's going to be a usual. In fact, we see a stack currently, and this A stack may be, but we see MPK. I like this aggression onto middle, making sure no one's going to rotate over to B, and in fact, he's playing even more aggressively. And now they have to know that this is going to be an A push, and MPK could get some serious damage done here. Or Flexor's going to pick up the first kill without AWP. He is going to get flashed out. And that's going to be his time to run out. Akon, as frags are coming out from all sides, as it's very quickly made to a 2 versus 1. It's going to be all up to Leisure. He's got the AWP in hand. He is going to take 1 kill. He's now all up to MPK, and he hits it! Wow. That was... wow. That was a pretty good 1 versus 2 clutch coming out from the AWP there, picking up 3 kills and making that 9-6. And the Germans, they have to be feeling good, pleased with themselves. Just so that people know, this is where Serbia is. That little red area. It's kind of like the second leg of Italy. Geographic Nazi strike. Yes, I'm going to use that as a new word. Eco-ears. It's like chocolatiers, but slightly like more pistols and less tasty. As it is going to be a straight up B push, leaving it all up to Kirby. And SuperStarS, they are going to want to get this eco round. And in fact, it looks like they're on the way to do it. Picking up a 2 versus 4. It's going all up to SMN and Disruptor. We see Disruptor, he's coming up through the balcony. But he's going to get taken down by Lipton, who was waiting for that rotation. Lovely play there. As Flexor's going to pick up the last kill. And that is going to be 7-9. Let's have a quick look at how the scores are looking right now. And we do see on the faculty side, it is the Polish player, Tabson, who's doing the best work for the Germans. As it is 8-11 at the moment, with the lowest fragger. I'm not sure how many frags SMN had, because he did disconnect halfway through. And this is going to be an eco coming out from the CT side. The eco ears. As we do see Lipton's going to take down 1 kill, but Kirby's going to get the return. And always getting a trade is always good when you're in an eco. As we do see Aker, nice little bit of aggressive play there, knowing that they'll be using the pistols, knowing that they're in a bad position to stop him from being that aggressive, but Aker's going to pick up another kill there, leaving it all down to SMN and Disruptor as the bomb is ticking down onto B. As we see MPK playing aggressively, SMN's going to pick up 1, but MPK is going to get the return, leaving it all up to Disruptor. If he can just pick up this 1 more kill, it would be a pretty good eco round coming out from them. As he's going to get a grenade into the face, and that is going to be 8-9 in favour of SuperStarS. And it's always good to know that people love my streaming. Obviously, I see it more as a friendship, but... And how many Mag 7s? Well, for those of you who don't know, this is being played right after a new patch that buffed the Deagle and nerfed the Mag 7, but it wasn't a huge nerf, but it was a nerf, as the Disruptor's going to run out, and he's going to get taken down by Lipton. Lipton picking up 1, 2, 3. He's looking for a 4th. As Kirby has managed to pick up 2 kills, but Uzi is going to take down the Kirby, with Lipton picking up a nice 4-piece for himself. Showing him the Lipton are good for more than iced tea. UMP became a minor P90. Yeah, to be fair, I haven't played the new patch yet, and I'm sure most of these pro players, as in the patch just came out last night. So, most of these pro players probably haven't adjusted yet. And it is going to be interesting to see how they work it out on the fly and how these new weapons are going to have this new balance. As we see, it's going to be a full buy. As Disruptor, he's going to play very aggressively through that Molotov. And he's going to get punished because of it, making it into a 1 versus 1. But Tabson is going to give his team the advantage. With in fact, but Lipton is still going huge. We see SMN's here, waiting for Flexor. Flexor never stood a chance there, looking in the wrong direction, and SMN's going to pick up a second one, jumping out at the right time, leaving it all down to Lipton. He's in a 1 versus 2. It wasn't a 1 versus 3, we're going to switch over to him, because he's got a possibility of getting 8 here. But that did not go well. Where is the bomb? So the first 2 bullets of Deagle are precise. Okay, that's pretty good. As we are following Lipton. How many matches are there today? We're doing the rest of the matches. I think I'll be doing at least 3 matches, because they're the ones that are... Obviously, I can't cast more than 1 match at once. As Lipton's going to make enough noise, and Tabson's going to take him down, and that is going to be 9-10 in favour of Faculty. The Germans finally bringing it back after losing that first pistol round, equaling everything out. Obviously, that first gun round is so important when you lose the pistol round, because... Well, if you lose the first gun round after losing the pistol round, your economy and your just everything goes wrong. As in fact, it looks like SuperStarS don't have enough money to buy up. So this is going to be a straight up eco onto A. They're just rushing out. Lipton hoping to do some more damage. But SMN's going huge, picking up 3 kills, 4 kills. We're going to switch over to him, he's looking for a 5th. Can he get the ace? No, he can't. Disruptor's going to steal it away from him. And that is going to be 9 to 11 in favour of the faculty. But yes, as in, for those of you wondering what this tournament is, it's basically a qualifier match. Because what they are doing the, not the bottom 2. As in, a bunch of people have already got kicked out due to, not being good enough. But there were 3 teams, if I remember, who have changed their lineup so much that they no longer count. As we see Leisure, he's going to get taken down by MPK, so he's trying to play aggressively on middle. Nice idea. Bad execution, but Uzi's going to take down another one. As it's going to be a 3 versus 4. We see Kirby trying to play aggressive on middle as well, but he's also going to get taken down. MPK and Ako's on very low HP, and Tapson's trying to spam through that smoke. As in, I really did not like that move by Kirby. That was very aggressive. He had to know there were a lot of people there, and it was just a risk no matter what he did. But Tapson's going to hit a lovely headshot. Uzi, who just had the wrong grenade out at the wrong time. It is now going to be a 2 versus 2. SMN. Ooh. I like that smoke. It's going to force Flexor to try and do something amazing here, because they know that they can just go for the defuse. Just give me a sec.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
Alrighty, so I am back. People just asking if I wanted to go shopping with people. As this is going to be another buyout, although Tapson again playing aggressive, and he's going to get shut down by SuperStarS. As we do see Lipton's also going to pick up one, and this is going terribly for the CG side. It's going to be all down to Kirby in a 1 versus 5. He doesn't really have enough money either to go for it. Although he is going to pick up 1 kill. If he can pick up a few more, he knows where 1 is. And he's going to get taken out by Ako, and oh. ESCA, people are are talking about ESCA, and that's, yes, ESCA, they made a boo-boo. They, made a big-ass boo-boo. For those of you who don't know what the ESCA did, they basically, I'll do it after this round, as Risa Lipton's going to do a lot of damage to his own team, but it isn't going to matter, he picks up 1-2 kills, leaving it all down to Tapson and Kirby.
Bomb has been planted.
Kirby and Tapson as the bomb's gone down to A, but a lot of the SuperStarS players are low. Lipton on 2 HP, Flexor on 12. As we do see Lipton is the top fragger in the game, going 26 frags and kicking some serious A. Yep, I suppose not right now that people are, what's it name? This is going to be a save by Kirby and Tapson. This is a good time to explain what happened to the ESCA. Basically, there is something out there called Bitcoins. Now, what Bitcoins are, is it's kind of like an experiment into currencies, and the way that they regulate how much currency goes out is you have to solve equations, very complicated equations, like that, would take an i7 processor several years to work out. You work out an equation and you get these bitcoins back, and bitcoins are worth about $100, $200 each. Now, what ESCA did was they added a bitcoin miner, that works out these equations on their client, and it ran in the background without telling people. Now, this did several things. Firstly, it burnt people's GPUs. Actually, no, firstly, it's highly illegal. As we do see SuperStarS, they're rushing out. S-Man's going to use that shotgun, that Nerf Mag 7, but he's still going to pick up 1 headshot, but it's all going terribly wrong for the CG side, as Lipton's going to pick up a nice 2-piece for himself. But yes, they screwed up. They screwed up big time. As in, they basically added a miner, and it's highly legal, because, you know, it's basically a virus. It was doing stuff people didn't know about. It destroyed people's computers, because of this miner, for some weird reason, worked at 100% capacity, which you just don't do. As we do see Tapson, he is going to stop this aggression coming out. He's going to pick up one. It's now going to be a 4 versus 4, as I'm going to stop talking about this and start talking about the game.
Bomb has been planted.
As it's now a 2 versus 4, as in Faculty, well, they lost the last round, and it looks like they're going to be losing this one as well, as we are on 12 to 12, as I'm going to do a quick record to...
Terrorists win.
As we see Leisha is trying to save his weapon. As he is going to get taken out by Uzi. A little bit sad there, as that is going to be 13 to 12. We're going to have a quick look at how the frags on money are looking, and in Faculty, they're broke at the moment. Maybe they should have been mining some bitcoins. Yes, topical jokes. And Faculty drop... people are saying Tabson cheats, and that's interesting, but we do see SMN, he did manage to save that M4, so we're going to be following him, because he's the one who's really important in this round, as it looks like he's going to be a 2-1 going on to B, as Disruptor is going to pick up a kill, in fact. That's very surprising, taking down Lipton, but we see Uzi, going to pick up 2 nice kills there, Aker taking down the 3rd, as it is now going to be a 2-on-4. SMN's going to have to hit some 6 shots here, but Aker's going to be the one to pick one up. It's going to be all up to Disruptor now. Disruptor has an AK-47. They might not know he's there, but it looks like he's just going B instead. As we see, Uzi is going to take down Disruptor, and that is going to be 14 to 12. The SuperStarS are now 1 round away from taking that, from bringing us to match point. Obviously, this is a best out of 3 for those of you who don't know. A best out of 3 with the... Obviously, all the maps have to be... what's the word? They go to an overtime. There's no ties. There's no draws. You either win or you lose. It's kind of a bit like a Game of Thrones. As you see Disruptor, he's in a bad situation right now, being spammed down, and Aker's going to take him down through the smoke. And it's now going to be all down to Leisure and Kirby. We're going to switch over to Leisure. It's a 1 versus 5, it's going to be a non versus 5, that was a full wipe coming out for SuperStarS. That's going to put their money in a brilliant situation, as they're going to have enough money to buy up on every single round after this. As in Faculty, they're going to buy up the best they can. The flash is going to come out, and then Faculty there on their last legs. We see some FAMASas, and Flexor's going to hit us somehow, a point blank shot there, but the rest of the team just hasn't gone well. So we see that was a 3 versus 2 push. I did not like that. As we see SuperStarS, they're just going to be pushing out into B. B is going to be mostly clear, but it is going to be a 2 versus 4. As Uzi is going to pick up 1, making it a 2 versus 3. Following Lipton. He's going to do a little bit of damage using that jumping, but Kirby's going to come out with a hail of gunfire, leaving it all down to Uzi. Uzi is in a 1 versus 2. The time is ticking down. He's going to pick 1 up, but Kirby's going to get the last, and this is going to be GG, possibly. Yes, they are going to get the defuse, and that is going to be GG. SuperStarS winning. Nope. And Faculty bringing it back. Damn it. I'm stupid today. Rage quit. But either way, that means the game isn't over yet. In fact, they're going to save 1 match point. However, SuperStarS have more than enough money to buy up, and we do see that, in fact, they don't really have a lot of money themselves. We see Tabson still on FAMAS. And it's now going to be Acre goes down. As we're going to switch over to Lipton. As the auto director just seems a little bit slow on these servers for weird reason. As we're going to be following Disruptor instead. Disruptor is coming around. He's going to play aggressively, but he's going to get taken down. I did not like that aggressive play. Very, very stupid. And Flexor's going to make it a 3 versus 3. In the meantime, it does look like the SuperStarS, they want to rotate over, but they're playing... They made a lot of sound while doing it. However, in faculty didn't seem to hear that, as they're all staying on A. In fact, this rotation is just completely catching them out by surprise. We do see that Tabson and Kirby, they're now making the rotate, but... As you see Kirby, he's here, he's going to pick up 1-2 headshots, brilliant! As it's going to be all up to Flexor, and he's probably going to try and save, as we are probably going to be going into the last round, as there's not going to be enough time for him to pick up 3 kills. He picks up 1, picks up 2, as it looks like someone won. As, damn it, they forgot to pause. Okay, so I'm not sure whether this... It all depends on what the map's going to appear as. If it appears as Mirage, then it's an overtime. If it doesn't, then SuperStarS won the first map 16-14. God damn it. Oh yeah, for those of you wondering how it causes damage, basically, your computer parts are not designed to run at 100% all the time. They're designed to go up to 100% maybe occasionally for the odd spike, but the heat generated is not designed to be dealt with by your heatsink. This means that if you run your GPU at 100%, you know, it causes heat damage. Now, obviously, your computer will attempt to shut down before that happens. However, as in your computer attempts to shut down. However, and this is the big however, if your computer shut down, damage has already been done. It means it's detected something's gone wrong. I mean, we're already at the point of no return. Now, these people, they've had their computers shut down on them, like blue screen and that kind of stuff. They didn't know it was caused by this bit mining, so they'll just turn their computers back on, assume something went wrong, and just keep going. And that's the problem, that the GPU would repeatedly heat up, and then, you know, you get to a point where it just isn't working, or your GPU's been strained out so much that you get artifacting and you need to buy a new one. As in, there's also the fact that, depending on how your computer is built, the heat from your GPU can damage things like your motherboard. Don't remember that some of these GPUs are very, very hot. That's why you can buy stuff like liquid coolers, because it does a shit ton, because it generates a shit ton of heat. There's also that, which someone else has mentioned. If your graphics are, and it looks like it was a map number 2, because why is this not connecting? Let's try reconnecting. Oh no, it looks like it was... Okay, it looks like this is an overtime. As you do have to remember that most computers that are built as... I'm guessing they're right now just messing around because... Where can I you can contact me with on Twitch TV. I do generally look at my messages occasionally. But yeah, you do have to remember that the stuff that people use for bit mining as seriously as that, it generally... Again, this is a warm-up. It looks like it's going to be an overtime, so it looks like In Faculty did bring this back. For some people, well, the main reason why it's a big deal is because what they did is basically legal. In most countries, you go to jail for doing this kind of thing, because you're effectively using unauthorized access to computer material and it counts as a virus. It's basically what... As in, to quote Richard Lewis, this is possibly the worst breach of trust we've had in esports. This is possibly worse than when CPL came out and didn't pay anyone. The agreement, okay, it looks like that they just changed the setting. Oh, it is still illegal. You can't... The terms and conditions generally don't mean much in a legal sense. Because of... It's considered an unfair contract. As in... The thing is, I'm kind of... Me personally, I'm kind of split on this entire ESEA thing. On the one hand, the Counter-Strike community can't afford to lose those kinds of leagues and these kinds of services. On the other hand, what they did was completely and utterly wrong. As in, for this kind of stuff, you shouldn't be... I don't know, as in, part of me wants to see ESEA completely collapse, because there needs to be a precedent set that you don't do this shit. It's like IP Kane's response afterwards, as in his response to this entire ordeal was just like the worst piece of PR in the history of PR ever.
Terrorists win.
I mean, as in, they basically went, oh, you've just done a whole bunch of illegal stuff that may have damaged people's computers. Their first response was, fuck you! And their second response was, having $7 coupon. As in, their third response was what their first response should have been. And honestly... And this is the stupid thing. This is the really stupid thing.
Terrorists win.
If they'd have done this properly, if they'd have made a miner that didn't take 100% of the GPU up, as in seriously, that should have been the first thing if they were truly testing it for actual use. Because, you know, any programmer knows you do not use 100% of GPU. Ever. But if they'd have done this right, they could have done all this, had people making money for them, and been seen as the good guys because of it, if they'd just been open and honest with people. You see, if they'd, as in, how many of you people in the chat, if they'd have come to you and said, if you leave your ESEA thing open, bit mining at, no, like 50% or 30% of your GPU, all the money you make will go towards the prize money for the tournament. They'd be seen as an awesome thing, as in they're helping people, you know, expand esports. That's the kind of shit the community loves. But instead, they let greed take hold of them, as in they could have had their cake and eat it. As in, they could have both had possibly the biggest tournament prize pools in CS:GO, generated by the community, and you know, had all the marketing and additional stuff. As we do see, it looks like it's going to be the first overtime, so we're going to have to stop talking about that, as this is going to be map number 1. As we do see, Flex is going to pick up the first kill. And this is overtime number 1, half number 1, round number 1. As you see, Uzi's going to take down Tabson, a lovely little headshot there, making it into a 3 versus 5. See Disruptor, he's going to pick one up. Going to use that smoke to his advantage, getting the better of Lipton there. But Uzi picking up the rotation. That was very stupid coming out from Kirby. Kirby, I'm not sure what the hell Kirby was doing there. That was very, very stupid. As we do see that it's all up to Disruptor and SMN. Disruptor's going to go down, leaving it all down to SMN. He's going to pick up 1. He's now in a 1 versus 3. Because we're going to switch over to him. Oh, his name's Legion. It's the same meaning in Serbian. Okay, that's pretty good. No, I think this game is live. It looks like it's an eco round. They're playing pretty, you know... I think it's live. Yeah, yeah, that's definitely live. As it's going to really be all up to SMN. He's in a 1 versus 3. He's obviously going to go for it because of the money. Doesn't really matter on this kind of... well, it looks like he's going to be saving. Well, the score was 15-15. This is the first overtime, for those of you wondering. Yeah, so I guess that saving the AWP is pretty good, considering that he'll be able to buy up the AWP for all 3 rounds, in fact. So either way, we do see that SuperStarS, they are going to pick up that first round. And it's always pretty important picking up that first round on the harder side of the map in an overtime. Because, you know, in overtimes, you often see people play rather stupid and short-sighted. As Legion is going to take down the first player, nailing Flexor to the wall, making it a 5 versus 4 very, very quickly. Aker is going to get completely flashed out as he's waiting for the rotation. He's going to take Tabson out by surprise. As we see Lipton, it looks like they want to go for some kind of an A push right now, as Disruptor was playing a little bit too aggressive again. As Uzi is going to take down S-Men, the smoke's going to come down, stopping them from coming up through middle. And see, where is Kirby? We see Legions from coming up from behind, and he's now in a 1 versus 4. As SuperStar, it looks like they want to pick up another kill, and it looks like Legion, he's just going to go for it. He's going to miss the first shot, he needs to hit that one. And that is going to be 2-0 in favour of SuperStarS. As lots of people are talking about the ECA in the chat. As it looks like it's basically, for those of you who don't know how overtimes work in Counter-Strike, most of you probably do, but for those of you who don't, it's basically both teams play 3 rounds in each map. First 1 to 4 wins. If both teams get 3, we go again. As we see, Legion is finally going to take down Aker, making it a 4 versus 5. We see Legion has complete control of the middle at the moment, and it's going to be a straight up A push. We're going to switch over to SMN, as he's the one who really emphatically need to win this round. Because if they don't, then they're going to be on 3 match points in a row. And 3 match points is not something you want to be on. So we see Lipton's going to pick up 1. SMN's going to equal things out, picking up a second one. SMN in a lovely position there. They just didn't check it. As Legion's going to take down Uzi, leaving it all down to Flexor. Flexor's in 1 versus 4. It's the last round of the overtime half. As Legion's going to pick up a 3rd, and that is going to be 2-1 on this first overtime in favour of the French. As we do see, this is going to be overtime number 2. As we see, Flexor is coming up through middle. He's looking for that first initial frag. As it looks like he has been completely smoked off here. With 2 being on balcony, we're going to switch over to Aker. He's coming up through smoke. He's going to pick up 1. He's looking for more. 2. Brilliant positioning there, coming out from the SuperStarS player, leaving it all down to the Disruptor. He's in a 1 versus 5 situation. The bomber is on balcony, and he really needs to go for this to stop SuperStarS being put on match point. Disruptor's going to hit a nice headshot. He's down to 1 versus 4. He's got 53 HP, 1 Molotov, 1 Flash. As we do see Lipton, he is going to take down Disruptor, making it 1-0 in favour of SuperStarS. So, this is now 3-1, as in Faculty they need to save 2 match points to stop this first map going to the French. As this is all or nothing for the Germans. They need to do a successful attack. Legion's going to take down the first one, nailing Flexor in the Alt versus Alt battle. As Legion, NPK is going to take down Legion through the wall with 2 double headshots. Lovely play there, equaling things out just a little bit. But either way, I'm not sure what's happening here. As Kirby, he is going to take down Lipton, leaving it all down to NPK and Acre. Can they clutch this out for his team? Well, it's going to be all up to Acre. He's in a 1 versus 3. He's on the bomb site they're going to be attacking. As Kirby, he is going to take him down, as in Faculty are going to save the first match point. And so, this is going to be the last round of the first overtime. Either SuperStarS are going to win this map, or in Faculty are going to take it to a second overtime. As we do see Uzi spamming through the smoke, as NPK is going to pick up one. It's now a 4-on-4, make that a 4-on-3. It's going to be all up to Kirby, Tabson, and SMN to save this for the Germans. As we see SMN, he's trying to make his way up. He's going to take Uzi out, completely out by surprise. They weren't looking in his direction. With Lipton also in a good position, Kirby having no chance there, leaving it all down to SMN. GG is already being called. SMN is going to pick up 1, pick up 2. Can't pick up a 3rd though, as Lipton, he is going to clutch it out in the 1 versus 1, and that is going to be a score of, get out, 19-16.